Now is Democratic Congressman Khanna of California. He's a member of the Congressional Progressive Caucus. Representative Khanna, thank you very much for joining us tonight. So Nancy Pelosi said, I trust the president on Thursday, and she trusted him so much on Thursday, she was ready to have a vote on the bipartisan infrastructure bill. It sounds now like the Progressive Caucus trusts the president to the same extent and is willing to vote on the bipartisan infrastructure bill now?
We do. We are. Here's why we didn't vote on Thursday. We wanted to vote on both bills, on the bipartisan bill and on the Build Back Better bill. And the reason, Lawrence, is we had no say on the bipartisan bill. We wanted some of the climate provisions. A lot of progress was made this weekend. We had a number of calls with progressives. And actually, at the end of the weekend, before Senator Manchin's statement, we came to a sense that we wanted both bills voted on this week, and we're going to do that.
Well, but you can't, as you know, you can't really vote on the reconciliation bill until CBO has scored it. There's no point really in voting for it because it wouldn't be a proper legislative vehicle in the Senate without that CBO score. So what Manchin was saying, as kind of threatening as it sounded, was actually describing what the Senate procedure is.
Correct. But let's see when they pull it for a vote. Let's see when the CBO score comes. I know they're trying to expedite it. Maybe we vote by the end of the week. I think the point is that we will have both votes together in terms of sequentially in the House, as I understand it. We'll both vote for both of them. The infrastructure bill will go to the president's desk. That becomes law. The other bill, there is some risk. I mean, it still then depends on the Senate voting for it. I am confident that this president will prevail and that we will get universal child care. We will get the biggest climate. We will get universal preschool. And that those priorities will be in the final bill. So
your position then is let's have the House basically just call the Senate's bluff on this, which is to say call the bluff of two senators, Sinema, who remains absolutely silent, and Joe Manchin, who said what he had to say today. You want the House to vote on the reconciliation bill, send it to the Senate, and then just find out if Joe Manchin and Sinema are willing to vote for it.
Exactly. And I really don't think when push comes to shove, and you have the House having voted for this unanimously in terms of Democrats, maybe one or two defections, you have the Speaker for it, you have the President for it, you have Senator Schumer for it, that one or two senators are going to sink the bill. I just refuse to believe that. I think they're going to vote by and large for the framework. And remember this, Lawrence, President Biden didn't make that commitment to Democrats for months. It would have been easy for him 2 months ago to say, hey, look, I have all the votes. He didn't do it. He's very careful about his word. I've disagreed with the president, but the one thing is he is a straight shooter. When he gives his word for something, you can take it for the bank, and I think that's why a lot of people trust him.
So this would be a big strategic shift for Speaker Pelosi, who, as far as I can remember, has, when Democrats have had control of both houses, has never sent a bill to the Senate, to the Democratic Senate, without an understanding that the Democratic Senate could pass that version of the bill.
And she's still maintaining that. She's saying that she wants to make sure whatever we pass in the House passes the Senate. She doesn't want members to have to vote for something that doesn't become law. I think the Speaker is confident, based on what the president has said, that the votes will be there. Look, sometimes senators say things publicly. They have to say things publicly. What matters is what are the assurances they've given. I am confident that this president has the assurances of every senator that they will not stand in the way of delivering for the American people. And at the end, we have to come together as a party. We have to do something for this country. We have to do something for the working class. This will be transformative. And Lawrence, one point, Bill Clinton had 57 senators. Obama had 60 senators. This president is going to pull up perhaps the most transformative agenda for the working class in the last 40 years with 50 senators. He deserves credit.
Yeah, there's never been anything like it. I mean, the idea that you could have an active agenda from either party, really, with 50 senators is just something that we've never seen before. It's just as we all know, the Senate hurdles are just too high. When there's only 50 senators, you get 51 votes with the vice president on your side. And so it is remarkable that it has come this far. But it seems tonight we're still sitting here not having any idea what Joe Manchin's going to be willing to do in the end, although it seems like he's going to be on some version of the bill. But Senator Sinema, we just don't have the vaguest idea. She just seems to have no sense of responsibility whatsoever for public accountability, for letting her voters know what work she's trying to do, or letting her colleagues in the Congress know what she's trying to accomplish.
Lawrence, and that's what's been disappointing. And we've discussed this before. No transparency, no accountability. But I'm convinced now that she's told a few key people that she's for it. But think about it like this. Let's say you had a big family Thanksgiving dinner, you're doing the menu, and any one person, any one relative can say no to the whole thing. I mean, that's what it's like for this president. And he sat there hours. I mean, I thought, okay, he spent an hour and a half with the Pope. He spent hours with lawmakers. He sat with progressives longer than I'd sit with progressives. So he's had so much patience. He has so many relationships. The Speaker has so many relationships. Senator Schumer has relationships. They're pulling together something that is remarkable. And history won't judge all the skirmishes. They'll judge that finally we did something for the working class, putting more money in their pocket with a child allowance tax credit. I'm excited about that phase where we get to tell people what we're doing.
Congressman Khanna, thank you very much for joining us on this once again tonight. We really appreciate it.
Appreciate it.
Thank you.